Oh, look at dog. Looks so happy. As today, back with another Madden 20 experiment. As today, bringing back another old school experiment, something we did 2 years ago, and now in a Madden 2 years down the line, and with 2 years of roster changes, I think it's going to be very interesting to see how this works. We are combining every team from the state of Florida, the 3 NFL teams from Florida, Jacksonville Jaguars, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Miami Dolphins, all into one team. Taking the best players from all 3 of those teams, combine them onto one of the teams, and seeing if that team can run the table and win the Super Bowl. All 3 of those teams not necessarily favorites this year to do anything crazy, but if you take the best players from those 3 teams and combine them into one, how good are they going to be? We will find out today. Hopefully, guys, do enjoy today's experiment, and if you do, make sure to smash that like button. I can do experiments just like this for other states, such as California, New York, Pennsylvania, Texas, and some more. So I'll say if we smash 1,000 likes on this video, I will continue and do the rest of those states for experiment videos to see kind of what state has the best compilation of NFL teams. So make sure to smash the like button if you do enjoy this experiment. Subscribe if you are new and turn on the notification bell if you haven't. And also make sure to leave any other experiment ideas you do have in the comment section below. With that said, my dudes, most important thing, first of all, going over the roster from the state of Florida. We actually have an extremely high overall squad. 86 overall team with an 87 offense and a 91 defense. And looking at the depth chart, there are some holes, particularly the quarterback position. Although they have 3 teams combined into one, highest rated quarterback is Nick Foles of the Jaguars at a 77 overall. Jameis Winston backing him up at a 76, and Ryan Fitzpatrick, the veteran, as the 3rd quarterback on the roster. Starting running back, we have Leonard Fournette, Kenyon Drake, and Peyton Barber. Once again, nothing too crazy. The defense in this team, though, is stacked. But running back and quarterback, nothing too insane. Fullback, we have a tight end, Mike Gesicki. At wide receiver, not a bad core. Mike Evans leading the attack from the Buccaneers, obviously. Chris Godwin, Marquise Lee, Devontae Parker, Dede Westbrook, and O.J. Howard. At tight end is O.J. Howard as the starter from the Buccaneers at an 84 with Cameron Brate backing him up. And Mike, once again, coming in at a 76 overall. Now, the offensive line, it's nothing spectacular. The highest rated left tackle was Cam Robinson, who's the backup left tackle, with DeMar Dotson, a right tackle, starting in that position. At left guard, we have Ali Marpet at an 88 overall from the Bucks. At center, we do have Brandon Linder from the Jaguars at an 86 overall. At right guard, we have Andrew Norwell, also from the Jacksonville Jaguars, at an 84 overall, and AJ Kane, a 71, backing him up. And at right tackle, we have Jawan Taylor, a rookie, as a 71 overall. So Jawan Taylor, definitely the weak link on this offensive line. Now moving on to the defense, which is obviously, like I said, the strength of this team. At left end, Calais Campbell, the veteran, at a 92 overall with Charles Harris backing him up. At right end, we had Ndamukong Suh, a new member of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right in at an 85 overall with Yannick Ngakoue at an 84 overall backing him up. At D tackle, some studs as well, Marcel Darius and Vita Vea of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, both at 80 overalls. Now the linebacker core is pretty talented as well. Jake Ryan at a 78 overall on the left side with Jerome Baker backing him up. At middle linebacker, the veteran Lavonte David at a 90 with the youngster Miles Jack, who just signed a huge contract extension with the Jaguars at an 84 overall. So that's a sick, like 1-2 punch at the middle linebacker position. And then Raekwon McMillan at a 74 overall out of Ohio State. On the right side, Telvin Smith, 88 rated with Shaquille Barrett backing him up. So this is an extremely fast linebacker core here in, well, the state of Florida. Now, at the quarterback position, Jalen Ramsey at a 96 rated. A.J. Bouye, so the top 2 quarterbacks both coming from the Jaguars. Xavier Howard at an 83 overall. Vernon Hargrave, 74. And then Eric Rowe at a 72 overall. Free safety, we have Bobby McCain, so kind of a weak link here, at a 76 rated with Justin Evans backing him up, also at a 76 rated. At strong safety, the veteran Rashad Jones at an 84. Minka Fitzpatrick also at an 84 with Darian Stewart backing him up. The kicker, Josh Lambo, a 79. The punter, Matt Hack at a 76. I think the Dolphins only have, what, a total of 3 starters in today's video? I legitimately think it's only 3 starters because the Dolphins are obviously like one of the one of the least talented teams in all the NFL. And this video is taken into account, was filmed after the Dolphins trade with Larry Tunsil and Kenny Stills was completed to the Houston Texans. But it still is an 86 rated, 87 offense, 91 defense. I just don't know how to think about this because if you guys are familiar with simulations, the quarterback position is extremely important in determining how many wins and how successful you are in a sim. Our highest rated quarterback is Nick Foles at a 77. Even running back's not that good. Leonard Fournette at a 81. I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below what you think this team is going to do this season. How good is this team's record going to be? And do you think we are going to win the Super Bowl? Now, I do want to keep in mind, once the season is over, I do want to check out the Dolphins, and I do want to check out the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and see how bad they did and look at their team. And keep in mind too, some of the players probably got mixed up, so maybe there's some Dolphins that aren't necessarily Dolphins on the Dolphins roster and vice versa, but hopefully you guys still do enjoy. With that said, leave your predictions in the comment section below for how many teams, or how many wins rather, you think this Florida team is going to get. And also in the comment section below, what state do you want me to do a video on just like this next? New York, Pennsylvania, California, Texas. Let me know. My prediction for this team, 11-5. I think this team is 11-5. Let's see if I guess correctly. So it looks like Team Florida did get a first round bye. So we didn't choke and did not miss the playoffs. As we scroll to the left, we went 11-3-2. My prediction was so close. I said 11-5. What's the freaking odds? We tied 2 games. So I was actually extremely close. So we did really well. I don't doubt that's the highest record in all the NFL, but it's still a relatively good record. Obviously, we did get a first round bye. The second best record in the league, just behind the New Orleans Saints at 12-3-1. The Browns at 12-4. The Jets had a surprisingly good season at 11-5. So we have to check out how the Buccaneers and Dolphins both did. The Dolphins might have went 0-16. They normally go like 2-14. Sometimes they might muster 4 wins, but without their best players, they probably did not win a game. I would not be surprised if the Buccaneers and Dolphins had the lowest 2 records, the worst 2 records in all the NFL. Patriots, I don't know what got into them. They only won 6 games, didn't make the playoffs. One of the worst records in the league. Dolphins actually won 4 games. So the Dolphins, without their best players, actually had a better record than the Broncos and Raiders. The Buccaneers are the team to take a huge hit, although they don't normally do that great, but still 2 wins is normally worse than what they do, and I don't know how the Dolphins actually got more wins than what they normally get with their best players missing, but that's just how Madden is. And once again, there might be some players that aren't necessarily Dolphins that still are on the team, but just still, they weren't as good as what they are in real life, although they're not really that good. Anyways, just rambling. 11th best offense in the league, and defensively the 18th. So middle of the pack, kind of both sides of the ball. MVP goes to Deshaun Watson. Did we have anybody in the top 10? No, we didn't. Now, do we have any award winners on the maybe a Rookie of the Year possibly? That goes to Marquise Brown. In the AFC, Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Ed Oliver. Now, in the NFC, I'm sure we're going to see Michael Crabtree. Oh, there he is, coming in 2nd place. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Devin White. I think every single simulation I've ever done, Kyler Murray does win the Rookie of the Year in the NFC. Now, looking at our team stats, Nick Foles, 34 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, only sacked 32 times, 4,100 yards, so he did a pretty good job holding up the team of Florida. Running the football, Leonard Fournette, a decent season, a little bit under 4 yards per carry, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Kenyon Drake as the backup, 3.6 yards per carry and 8 touchdowns. Catching the football, Mike Evans, the only receiver with over 1,000 yards, almost hit 1,100 with 8 touchdowns, and Marquise Lee with 900 yards and 9 touchdowns for the year. O.J. Howard at the tight end position also helped out a little bit with 7 touchdowns and 700 yards. And defensively, Levante David, the veteran, led us with 114 total tackles. Who led us in sacks? That was Ndamukong Suh with 9, and Calais came with 8.5. Looks like Miles Jack led us with picks with 3. Now, I do just quickly want to check out the 2 teams that we took players from, see how they did on this season. First of all, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, their starting quarterback was Cody Kessler. No wonder they didn't do good. 14 touchdowns to only 8 interceptions. Don't know how he ended up on the Buccaneers with 3,100 yards. Running the football, Andre Ellington, 3.2 yards per carry. And catching the football, Albert Wilson led him with 887 yards. Now on the Miami Dolphins, who ended up being their quarterback, it's probably Josh Rosen. 25 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. That's not bad at all. 3,400 yards, was sacked 42 times though. Running the football, Spencer Ware, 8 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards though. He had a really good year. And catching the football, Allen Hurns led him with 6 touchdowns and almost 900 yards through the air. With that said, can the team of Florida come out, ball out, and win the Super Bowl? Can they represent the state of Florida and grab this W? We had 3 pretty big upgrades to the starting lineup. So with that said, we go into the divisional round with an 87 overall team, 89 offense, 93 defense. In the divisional round, we are going to be taking on the Baltimore Ravens. So can the state of Florida's NFL teams beat Lamar Jackson and the 10-6 Baltimore Ravens? And we barely do. 27-24. Now having to take on at home. We have home field advantage. The 12-4 Cleveland Browns. And keep in mind, dudes, if you've seen these simulation videos, the Browns always make it to the Super Bowl, like probably 75% of the time in the first season. So this is a tough task. Although we have a really talented team, the Browns are almost impossible to beat in simulations. We do have to upgrade a couple players because we want this team to be as good as possible, to give us the best chance possible to beat the Browns. We're the better team overall wise, have the home field advantage. Can we advance into the Super Bowl? And what? What? Bro, Madden is the worst game ever, bro. We lost the team. This whole 3 NFL teams combined into one. An 89 rated team loses 35-3. Like, are you actually kidding me, dude? Who did this? Who's the culprit? Who's the reason we lost so bad in this game? 35-3. Player stats: Nick Foles didn't throw a touchdown pass. Baker Mayfield balled out. We didn't throw an interception. He was 17-22. We barely ran the ball. Kareem Hunt balled out against us, ran for 150 yards. So that's just, did we have any turnovers? Did we fumble the ball? Did we have any turnovers? We had no turnovers. I don't know what the heck happened. 35-3. We were shut out into the fourth quarter. So according to Madden, you can combine 3 NFL teams into one and still lose to the Cleveland Browns 35-3. So that sucked, but according to Madden 20, the state of Florida would go 11-3-2 and lose to the Browns 35-3 in the AFC Championship game. So maybe the Browns will at least make us feel a little bit better into the video by actually winning the Super Bowl. So we got knocked out by the Super Bowl winners, and they did get a win, 42-28. So our only loss is to the eventual Super Bowl champions, but that still shows you how stupid Madden 20 is. But hopefully you guys did enjoy today's experiment, and if you did, make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe if you are new and turn on the notification bell if you haven't. Once again, let me know in the comment section below of what state you do want me to do next with the same exact concept, or even if you do want to see this as another video. And if we do get 1,000 likes, that will be coming out very soon as I get back from my vacation. With that said, I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. God bless and peace.